Have you ever heard of a country where lakes turn pink, islands drift across maps, giant crystals hide underground, and volcanoes can erupt out of nowhere? No, this isn't a fantasy novel. Welcome to Mexico, a place so bizarre, its geography seems fake until you see it for yourself. Think you know Mexico? Sure, you've seen the tacos, tequila, and sandy beaches in travel ads. But today, we're going deeper. Get ready for 25 mind-blowing geography facts about Mexico that sound totally unbelievable, but every single one is 100% true. Stick around because by the time you reach the end, you'll never look at Mexico the same way again. Fact 25. The city that's sinking. Let's start right at the heart, Mexico City. Picture this, a mega metropolis built on what was once a vast, shimmering lake. The Aztecs, ancient geniuses, founded Tenochtitlan on an island in the middle of Lake Texcoco nearly 700 years ago. They used floating gardens, known as chinampas, to grow crops in the water. But then, colonial Spain came along, drained the lake, and slapped a European-style city right on top. Fact 24. Giant crystals underground. Ready for an adventure beneath the desert? Deep inside the Naka mine in Chihuahua, miners stumbled across the Cave of the Crystals in 2000. Imagine stepping into a cavern filled with crystals as big as school buses, up to 30 feet long, weighing over 55 tons each. But here's the kicker. This underground wonder is so hot and humid, humans can barely survive more than 10 minutes without specialized suits. It's like stumbling onto Superman's fortress, except it's real and hidden in blazing Mexican desert earth. Fact 23, the island no one talks about. Think you know all the world's big islands? Ever heard of Tiburon Island? It's the 13th largest country-owned island on Earth, floating quietly in the Gulf of California. Bigger than Los Angeles, yet completely uninhabited. No cities, no resorts, just pure wild desert. It's sacred land to the Seri people. And unless you're a hardcore geography nerd, you probably never knew it even existed. Fact 22. Stand in 2 climate zones simultaneously. How many countries let you straddle 2 climate zones before lunch? In Mexico, you can literally put one foot in the tropics and the other in the temperate zone. That's thanks to the Tropic of Cancer, slicing right through northern Mexico. Visit places like Durango, and you'll witness this weather split. Lush, humid jungles to one side, dry, cooler air with actual winter to the other, all in a single step. Fact 21. The sea created by splitting continents. The Gulf of California wasn't always there. Millions of years ago, 2 tectonic plates, the Pacific and the North American, yanked themselves apart. Water rushed in, carving out the Gulf and separating Baja California from the Mexican mainland. Today, this young sea is so teeming with whales, dolphins, and coral, Jacques Cousteau called it the world's aquarium. And that continental breakup? Still happening. Nature literally tears Mexico in 2. Fact 20. A surrealist jungle garden. Hidden in the San Luis Potosi jungle is Las Posas, a dreamlike sculpture garden built by British poet Edward James in the 1940s. Picture enormous concrete stairways that go nowhere, arches with no doors, and stone flowers growing wild. Waterfalls tumble through stone art, exotic plants cling to bizarre columns, and the morning mist makes everything feel magical and mysterious. Forget Alice in Wonderland. This is Alice in Mexico. Fact 19. Volcano erupts in a cornfield. One ordinary morning in 1943, a farmer noticed his cornfield smoldering. By sunset, a volcano was born. Paricutin, Mexico's famous cornfield volcano, erupted for 9 years straight and grew to a height of 1,300 feet, documented in real time by scientists from first puff to dormancy. It's Earth showing off, and everyone took notes. Fact 18. The hidden crater beach. There's a beach you can't see from above and can only reach by swimming through a rock tunnel at just the right tide. Welcome to Playa Escondida, or Hidden Beach, on the Marietta Islands off Nayarit. It's a flawless circle of sand and turquoise water inside a sunlit crater, possibly formed by accidental military explosions a century ago. It's now a protected marine park, home to sea turtles and humpbacks, a weird twist of fate turning destruction into beauty. Fact 17. Bubblegum pink lakes. No, Instagram didn't add the color. Las Coloradas, deep in the Yucatan Peninsula, hosts lakes so shockingly pink they look like someone spilled a giant strawberry milkshake. The secret? Microorganisms, algae and brine shrimp thriving in salty waters. When the sunlight hits just right, the lakes light up like neon signs. Once just a salt production hub, these lakes became a viral phenomenon and a surprise tourist pilgrimage. Now protected, no swimming allowed. Fact 16. Frozen waterfalls that aren't water. What looks like a waterfall frozen in midair for thousands of years? Welcome to Hierve el Agua in Oaxaca. These stunning white rock cliffs look like rushing water petrified in time. It's a natural illusion. Centuries of mineral-rich spring water left thick layers of calcium carbonate to form petrified falls. At the top, turquoise pools with breathtaking infinity views over the valley. Snap a photo and watch your friends argue. That can't be real. Fact 15. The Lagoon of Seven Colors. Bacalar Lagoon in Quintana Roo is called the Lagoon of Seven Colors for a reason. Its water shifts from powder blue to deep navy all in the same view, thanks to variations in sunlight, depth, and mineral content, plus hundreds of ancient cenotes underneath. The lagoon is eerily still, perfect for swimming, and home to stromatolites, living rocks that are some of the oldest known life on Earth. Move over, Maldives. Fact 14. The island that moves. Can an island actually move across a lake? Welcome to Janitzio Island in Lake Pátzcuaro, Michoacán. Locals swear the island seems to drift and spin, an illusion caused by the lake's unique shape and the island's tall, conic silhouette. Depending on where you look, Janitzio appears to shift position. Topped with a statue of a revolutionary hero, the island is both an optical trick and a vibrant cultural hub. Fact 13. Mexico, cactus capital of the world. If you thought the American Southwest was cactus central, think again. With over 500 native species, Mexico is the undisputed world champion of cacti. From towering saguaro-style giants to tiny spiky puffballs, cacti thrive in deserts, jungles, and even rocky cliffs. They're woven into Mexican cuisine, remedies, and even the national flag's iconic eagle and cactus emblem. And scientists are finding new species all the time in remote corners of the wild north and sun-baked south. Fact 12. The water world beneath Yucatan. Travelers marvel at the turquoise beaches, but miss an entire world underground. The Yucatan Peninsula floats on a honeycomb of limestone. Rain slowly carves underground rivers and cenotes, natural sinkholes brimming with crystal-clear fresh water. There are nearly 7,000 cenotes in Yucatan, some like open-air lagoons, others mysterious caverns perfect for cave divers. The ancient Maya used them for fresh water, and sometimes sacred rituals. If you're standing in Yucatan, chances are you're above an underground lake of secrets. Fact 11. One of Earth's lowest, hottest points. Death Valley might get all the attention, but Mexico has Laguna Salada, a sun-bleached expanse 10 meters below sea level. This dry lake bed in Baja California regularly bakes above 50 degrees Celsius, over 122 degrees Fahrenheit, making it one of Earth's hottest, lowest points. For most of the year, it looks like the cracked surface of Mars. Off-road racers love it. Survivors, not so much. Fact 10. The giant volcanic belt. A fiery backbone stretches 900 kilometers clear across the country. The Trans-Mexican Volcanic Belt, a molten chain running east to west, includes legendary volcanoes like Popocatépetl, Iztaccíhuatl, and Colima. This ring of fire zone not only creates dramatic landscapes, but also enriches the soil, powers hot springs, and occasionally dusts central Mexico in volcanic ash. Fact 9. The cloud forests, where Earth touches the sky. High in Veracruz and Chiapas, Mexico's rare cloud forests seem lifted from a fairy tale. Imagine endless moss-draped trees, orchids sparkling in the mist, howler monkeys echoing through fog, and resplendent quetzals, those impossibly green regal birds darting among branches. These chilly, moist forests are biodiversity goldmines, yet cover less than 1% of the nation, but act fast. Deforestation and climate change mean they might disappear faster than we can tell their story. Fact 8. The world's smallest volcano. Volcanoes aren't always monsters. In Puebla, you'll find Quexcomate, just 13 meters tall, 43 feet, smaller than some water slides. But this baby crater is a real, if extinct, volcano, complete with a spiral staircase so you can walk right inside. Formed by a hydrothermal eruption, Quexcomate carries legends of being cursed. Fact 7. The hidden coral empire. Just off Mexico's Caribbean coast is the Mesoamerican Barrier Reef, Earth's second largest after Australia's Great Barrier Reef. It stretches over 1,000 kilometers through Mexico, Belize, Guatemala, and Honduras. The island of Cozumel is one of its jewels, a diver's utopia with pristine turquoise water, vibrant coral, sea turtles, and manta rays. Fact 6. The days when shadows disappear. In the Yucatan, twice a year, even your shadow goes on vacation. This is Zenith Day, when the sun passes directly overhead. For a few minutes, anything standing straight, trees, pyramids, or people, casts no shadow at noon. The Maya built temples and pyramids to celebrate and track this phenomenon, including Chichen Itza, where the sun and stone align with cosmic precision. Fact 5. The subterranean tectonic showdown. Mexico sits atop one of Earth's great geological battlefields. The Cocos Plate crashes into the North American Plate just off the southern and western coasts, sparking earthquakes, volcanoes, and rugged mountains. These tectonic rumblings created Mexico's dramatic landscapes, but also make cities like Mexico City and Oaxaca some of the most seismically active on the planet. Fact 4. The world's largest salt flat, not in Bolivia? Bolivia's Salar de Uyuni gets the fame, but the Guerrero Negro salt flats of Baja California are the largest in the Western Hemisphere for salt production. This frozen sea of white stretches for miles, shimmering under the desert sun. Fact 3. The Zocalo, a 700-year-old living square. Can a single plaza truly capture the soul of a nation? The Zocalo in Mexico City does. It's one of the world's largest public squares, capable of holding 100,000 people for parades, festivals, protests, and ceremonies. Fact 2. The mega high-altitude airport that's sinking. Now here's something counterintuitive. Mexico City's airport sits 7,300 feet above sea level, one of the highest for any major city. The altitude makes planes struggle to lift off. Thin air. So special training is required for pilots. Fact 1. Monarch butterfly migration. A living miracle. To cap it all, imagine millions of butterflies traveling 4,000 kilometers every year from Canada and the US, all to gather in Mexico's central highland forests. 4 generations of monarchs, none of them having made the journey before, navigate using some cosmic GPS encoded in their wings. Remember, in Mexico, the line between truth and legend is just as twisty as its rivers. Stay curious, keep exploring, and remember, sometimes the wildest wonders are hiding in plain sight.